Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I wanted to do a blue and orange halo look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my videos. Anything that I use will be listed down in the description box below. If you'd like to see how I do this, then keep on watching. It's been a while since I've done a colorful look, so I'm really excited to do this look with you guys. The palette I'm going to be using is the Abby Roberts and Morphe palette. You probably already know I'm going to be using tape to help with cleanup and to create that sharp line. I was honestly worried that I wasn't going to like this after I did it. I don't really like blue eyeshadow, but I feel like I always lean towards it when I want to do like a colorful look, which I don't really understand why I do that. But I just feel like blue always looks too like in your face for me. But I feel like every single time I use it, like I always like the look that I do. So I don't know why I have that feeling about blue eyeshadow, but I wanted to do a blue and orange makeup look today because I just felt like blue and orange go really well together. And I feel like it's colorful. Another reason I wanted to do a look like this is because I wanted to use some different colors in this Abby Roberts palette because I have been kind of sticking to, well, I wouldn't say I have been sticking to the same colors. I've been trying to branch out in this palette pretty well, but I haven't used any of like the dark blues and the light blues in it. So I thought this would be a good idea to use for this. First thing I'm going to use is an E18 brush, and I'm using the color Paramaniac, which is this really dark blue. I really like this blue. It's a really pretty blue. And I'm just kind of packing this on my outer corner. So this is the deepest color for the halo look that I'm wanting to do. Also taking the same brush, I'm going to pack it in the inner corner as well. For the longest time when I did makeup, I always started with the middle, like the middle darkest shade, and then I would go to the darkest shade and then to the lightest shade. But a while back, a TikToker that I really like to watch, she does like really cool makeup looks, and I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but I will put it in the video so you guys can go check her out. She's really funny. I love her makeup. She always does like these really cool abstract, like different looks, and that's what I like when I do makeup. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again in the basic makeup looks, and she just does a really good job on like anything that she does, even stuff she doesn't feel like she's super confident in. She like still does a really good job. But she always said to go from the darkest to the lightest and it will blend the best, and I'm starting to believe her because I've been doing it for a while and I think it works. So if you're doing what I did before, where you did the medium shade to the darkest shade, then to the lightest shade, change it up and see if you like this better, because I do feel like it blends out better. And I think it's easier to work with because like you can kind of see how much dark is going to be in it, and then you can blend it out with the middle shade. As soon as that's packed in, I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I don't remember what this brush is called. It's a BS small brush. It's like a small fluffy brush. I'm going to go into the shade Rick, which is the lightest blue shade in this palette. And this is what I'm going to use to blend this blue out. And I'm also going to use this shade to create that halo over top of where the orange is going to go. And this is going to kind of pull that dark blue over top without it being too dark. I hope that makes sense. But I'm just kind of sweeping it across and then doing like little circular motions. And this will slowly build this light blue in the middle part, and then it also blends out the dark blue. And since this is the lightest shade I'm going to be using, I'm not going to be too worried about how much I'm using because it's the lightest shade, so it's not going to show up as much. But I am going to be careful with this inner corner because I don't like when my inner corner has a lot of product. I like more of the product to be tapered out towards the tape. So I'm going to be really careful, and I'm just going to kind of stick my brush where the darkest shade is, and I'm just going to go in circular motions. And this is just going to keep me from moving too much product around. And then I'm just going to sweep up in that middle part. And whenever I start with like, when I pick up new product, I always start on the outer corner just because that's where I want the most pigment, and then I slowly bring it in. So that way there's not too much product on the brush when I go to my inner corner. This also helps me keep from using too much product. Then taking a smaller fluffy brush, I'm going to go back in with the Paramaniac and just kind of replace it in the same spots I had it before. And this is just going to put that dark pigment back in. And this just helps build up those colors slowly because you don't want to put too much product right off the bat, because if you do, it's going to be harder to blend out. So just layering on eyeshadow for me is like the easiest way to maintain a good blend, but also keeping those colors in there, because like all eyeshadow, those colors will be blended away. Then just doing the same thing with that Be a Small fluffy brush, just blending these shades back out with the Rick shade. I feel like that's such a random name in this palette because she's got like really funny names in this palette. If you don't if you have not looked at the Morphe and Abby Roberts palette, she's just got some funny names. Like there's Spicy, there's Peach Tea, there's Hot Sauce, which I think is one of my favorites in here, and then there's like Ramen and Sushi. That's just really funny shades, and I just feel like Rick is like so random. I wonder if it's supposed to be from Rick and Morty, because it's like the blue, it's a similar blue to Rick and Morty. So I wonder if that's, oh, it matches my nails. I didn't even see that. Look, it matches. But I wonder if it's from Rick and Morty. Does she have a Morty in here? I don't think she has a Morty, which there's plenty of browns I feel like that would go with Morty. So maybe, I don't know if it's Rick. I'm probably just guessing. I have no idea. And to get a little bit more precise, I'm going to take that same fluffy brush that I'd used with the Paramaniac, and I'm going to clean it off. And I'm going to use this with the Rick shade and get a little bit more precise blending in there, because this is like really, really small, but still fluffy. So it does a really good job of getting like into those small places and blending a little bit more than like a big brush would. Now for the orange shade, I'm going to use Hot Sauce, and I'm using a really thick, I'm going to show you, like a really thick, flat Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number, but I just like picked up the pigment on the flat part of the brush, and I feel like this brush fits perfectly in that little clean spot that I've made for the orange. I'm just kind of tapping it in there and kind of going back and forth in that spot to kind of blend it into the blue just a little bit, because I want this orange to pop out. I don't really want it to blend too much with the blue because then it'll kind of hide it, but I don't want like any super harsh lines around it, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna packing it in there. And I'm going to put a shimmer on top of this. So this is just to help that shimmer have kind of like a background and show up a little bit more. Then using my finger, I'm going to use the shade Peach Tea, which is this really, really pretty peach shimmer. I'm just going to layer that on top of that orange. And then using my finger, I'm going to kind of blend it a little bit around. I honestly felt like this look was going to be a little bit more complicated when I was thinking about it. But honestly, it's been so easy. And I don't know if it's because these eyeshadows are really easy to blend, or if, honestly, I don't know. Maybe I just overthought the look. But it's a little bit easier than I expected it to be. Really, it's just making sure that those blues blend out really well, and then I'm not messing up the shape of my eye, because I tend to do that a lot. Now, while this tape is still on there, I'm going to use the Melt Cosmetics and Bailey Sarian Ultra Matte Gel Liner in the shade Onyx, and I'm going to use a Morphe M160-1/16 brush. And the reason I'm leaving the tape on there is because I'm not good at putting this eyeliner on without the tape. I feel like I do a really bad job. So I'm keeping the tape on there to help me with the shape. So if you don't want to use tape for this, you don't have to. It's just because it makes it easier on me, because I suck making a super sharp wing liner. And I know there's lots of people out there that are way better than I am. So if you don't already know, I am 36 weeks pregnant, so I'll be having a baby fairly soon. I got my lashes done for the last time recently, and I'm so sad about it, because the reason I'm getting them, the reason I'm not going to continue doing them is because I don't know when I'm gonna have this baby, and I don't want to schedule an appointment with the girl that I get my eyelashes done from, and like possibly have to cancel on her. And I also don't know how I'm gonna feel, because this is my first baby. So I'm not really for sure how I'm gonna feel when they're here. And I say they because I don't know the gender yet, so we're keeping it a surprise. So they're a they right now. I don't know how I'm gonna feel once they're here, so I just didn't want to continue getting them done. So I've scheduled a removal appointment like 2 weeks before the baby my due date. So before the baby's supposed to get here. And I'm just so sad that this is like the last 2 weeks that I'll have them, because I've probably been doing them for like 2 years now, and like I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna have no eyelashes, which like I had decent eyelashes before. Like I had no issues with my eyelashes. I just wanted to get extensions because I thought they looked so good. So I started getting them, and then like, you know, once you start doing something like that, like you can't stop. Like kind of like with getting your nails done, people get their nails done all the time and they don't feel like they're complete if they don't have like a new set every 2 to 3 or 4 weeks, however many like people go with getting fill-ins on their nails. And that's how I feel with my eyelashes. And because I don't wear makeup every single day, I just do this for fun. I just feel like I'm put together when I have eyelash extensions. So it's gonna be really sad to not have them anymore. And it's gonna take me a little bit of time to get used to my normal lashes. But I think I'm gonna be in the trenches of newborn life, so I don't think I'm gonna worry about them that much. But I guess we'll see. All right, taking the tape off. See, it's so much sharper when I use tape. It's just like a really nice clean wing liner, and I can't do that free-handed. I almost messed up this inner part because I went a little too thick. I don't like when my eyeliner's too thick in the inside. I like it super thin and then thickening as it goes out. So that is the eyeshadow on top. So I'm gonna go off camera and do my base makeup, and then I'll be right back. I'm back now to show you how I finished the makeup look on this eye. Was gonna use a blue eyeliner, but I couldn't find one, so I just went with my normal Jumbo NYX eye pencil in the shade Black Bean. For under the eye, I'm gonna take that Paramaniac with a GlistenCosmetics F2 brush, and I'm gonna put this right up against my waterline. This is a really thin, flat brush. I'm gonna use this right up against my waterline so I can have the darkest shade really, really close to my eye. Then taking that Rick shade with a Bellalash brush, I'm gonna blend it out using this lighter shade. This will keep it from being so harsh. For highlighter, I'm gonna use a shimmer shade in the Abby Roberts palette. It's called Vivienne. I'm gonna take that on my finger and then place it in the inner corner. I feel like this has like a really subtle orange to it without being overpowering. I'm also gonna put this on my brow bone and my cheekbone. I feel like it's really subtle. So like you could barely see it, but you can see it just enough. Forehead, taking an e.l.f. blending brush, I'm gonna put it on the middle of my nose and then on the tip. Now that I'm done with all the face makeup, I'm gonna use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist to set everything. For lipstick, I wanted to kind of keep to a brown. I've been doing a lot of light nudes, so I wanted to kind of go on the other end and do some darker ones. So for lip liner, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Rosewood. For lipstick, I'm going to use the Melt and Bailey Sarian Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Nutmeg. I feel like I could have went with a darker lip liner. Using a brush, I'm just going to kind of blend those edges in a little bit. So that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I like hearing y'all's feedback, so please comment down below with anything you'd like to tell me or any future videos you'd like to see. Until next time, bye.